Hello, and welcome to Chow Time. My name is still Spike Spencer, and this is still my kitchen. What's happening? Today, we are doing what I call the garlic show. Yay! I know, it's very exciting. I love garlic. Garlic is so good for you. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways of preparing it. We're going to talk about peeling it. I've got some tools here. I just want to share with you guys some of the stuff that I've learned and some of the things that, the techniques that I've learned that has helped me a lot over the course, because I cook with a lot of garlic. And I know there are some tips and tricks that I may not cover here. So if you have some, please be sure and put them in the comments. If you have any tips on garlic, let me know what those tips are. And of course, like, subscribe, comment, tell all your friends. Hey, it's the Garlic Show. The first thing we're going to talk about is garlic. All right. So, peeling garlic is a pain in the tuchus, right? Yes. So I tried some things that I saw online, and I'm going to show you how those go, because this is, you've probably seen it as like they say, oh, here's a whole clove of garlic. Let's go ahead and, peel that. They cut it in half, which I'm going to do right here. So we cut it right down here, right? Let's try that. Okay. Now I've done that. And of course, this all kind of fell apart. And I've seen this video where they take one half of it. Now this one just went ahead and fell right apart. So there's that. But then they take this big, well, not the cleaver or something, and they just smack it. I don't have a cleaver, but then we smack it. So we go, bam, bam. And that one just shot out to the left. But these are supposed to, and then they pop it up. It's like, and they all fall right out. That did not work at all. This is not the first time that's happened, because I knew that was going to happen because I've tried this and it's a pain in the butt. So what we would do is smack it on the side there, and it will pop out. Well, actually not this end. Actually, you know what? We're just going to throw this over the side, because I will throw all that into a chicken broth.
Smart.
There you go. Skins and all. Doesn't matter. I'll throw that, we'll make it a broth. Let me show you another way. All right. The one way that I found that works is you've got to take all of the cloves out themselves. So you can put it on its side like this and give it a roll. Let's try that. Let's give it a roll, and they start popping right off. There we go. You put a little bit of pressure, and roll. Roll with it, baby. Come on. There we go. So that's just popped right out. Okay, so that's helpful. And now you've got all these individual cloves. Now you've got all this garlic paper. I really haven't figured out anything new to do with the garlic paper yet. I'm sure there's something homesteading and cool, and don't throw away the paper, man. Just you need to like cook in the oven and dry it and then beat it up into a powder, man. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to throw this away. All right, now that's gone. The best way I have found to deal with a garlic, one of my chefs said, oh yeah, you just take your fingernail and you pop the end of that off there and it just peels right off. It's like, I have flimsy little baby fingernails, So that's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is, I set the clove down on its side, I put my knife on top of it, and I give it a nice little whack. There, boom. That's all. That little bit right there, see that? So it's opened up now, and you take it from the pointy end, and you give that a little bit of a squeeze there, pull this back, and voila. Pops right out, baby. Yeah. You see what I did? Let's do that again. Here's another big one. So you give it a little pop like that, comes right out, and now you have garlic cloves. Easy peasy. There's another way. Like I said, I was going to show you some tools and tips and tricks. There's this little thing. It's a little rubber. It's a little rubber thing, which is so cool. You put the garlic clove in here, in the middle, and then you just roll it back and forth with a little bit of pressure, and then voila, it's peeled. How cool is that? Here, let's see that again. You put it in here. And I forgot I had this, actually. I have so many tools and things. You probably have like a drawer with all kinds of crap in there, and you go, what is that? I forgot about that. Give it a little roll. I can hear it kind of break apart, and then pow. Wow, look at that. This is so much fun. You might just want to do it just because, you know. Here's the big question. Can you do 2 at a time? Let's find out. Let's see. 2 at a time. Here we go. Does it work with 2 at a time? And then, oh, I hear something. Let's see. Nope. Neither one of them. But it did loosen it up a bit, so we can pop it out of there. Okay. Now that we got some garlic cloves here. That one didn't work at all. Let's try it again. By itself. All right. Does it work by itself? Oh, I heard it. Pow. Yep. Done. Man. Okay. I forgot how cool that was. All right. I'm going to be using that a whole lot more. All right. So now you have some garlic cloves. What do you do next? You've got to chop garlic cloves up. Some people like to use a masher or just your knife. I usually use a knife unless I'm doing a lot of mashing. And here's why. There are a couple of types I've tried. I don't want to bust on any brand names. I don't care. But the type of masher, this one has this little removable thing. Okay, so you can remove that when you do it. The problem is you put one in there and you mash it. Let's get a little bowl here. And you mash it, and then it's a little bigger. I'll give it a good mash. You mash it through. This is a little bit of work, right? Oh, see, that just flew right out. But the garlic tends to flop out on the sides. And so whenever you lift it up, now it all kind of sticks together. It's kind of a pain. And then you got to get it all in there again. And now your hands are covered in garlic. Yay! Who doesn't like that? Squeeze it again. And then you can cut it off there. But you only get a couple of times, and then you're like, this just sucks. And it all, see how it all just clumps up in there as a mess. So I don't like this one. I'm actually going to throw this one out after this little show we have here. So what I'm going to do next is this one. This is a beast. I mean, look at how tough that is. That is a, you could defend your home with this bad boy. And it's bigger in here, and there's no part to release it, and it's got this nifty little prongs here to clean it out. So you flip it over and just go, and it helps clean it out. So let's see what happens here. So we have 1 clove. We give it a go. Again, nice and work those arms out. See, all of that comes out. You can cut that down. And when you look inside, there's all the paper part. Well, not the paper. Paper's over there. This is the skin, really. And then you just flip it back over and give it a little, and it just comes right up. Ta-da! So this is the one I like a lot. And those little paper, that little bit, by the way, I would still throw this in a pot for broth as well. So now it's all clean, and you can go back in another one. There's a little bit of stuff in there. But this is the one I would say, something that's like really hefty. Use this if you don't want to chop them up. Now, there's another way of chopping them up. With a knife. Old school. The one thing I like about the scruncher, grater beast is you don't have to take these tops off. These tops can get really crusty. I cut those off normally. They usually get grated up pretty evenly in there. Usually they'll cook out, but I'm a little picky with that kind of stuff, you know. So, one other thing. Now, I picked this up when I was in Italy. I honeymooned in Italy all over. And I forgot where I picked this up exactly. But this is a grater. And so you can put your garlic, put it down and put your garlic in, just go across, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oops, it broke off. But just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it mushes the ever-loving crap out of that garlic. It smells like a scene from Goodfellas in here. Hey, how you doing? There he is. There he is. Actually, that's more of the, what is it? The Sopranos. That's the Sopranos. There it is. Goodfellas would be more. What, do I amuse you? Am I a clown? Do I make you laugh? So now you've got all this mushy garlic here. And so that works out pretty well. I mean, that's nice. You can utilize that for something. And it's interesting. So garlic it's great. One, you're going to smell fantastic. But like I said, garlic is healthy, fabulous, and we love it. And cute little story. So I was on the set. I acted for a long time, and I was on the set of a show called The Big Easy down in New Orleans. And that's right, I said New Orleans. And I was talking to Tushka Bergen was her name. She was the love interest in that show, and we were at the commissary, but we were having lunch, and this great catering service. It was all Cajun, so good. I'll do a Cajun show. And she was looking over at Tony Crane, who played the lead, and she's like, "Is he eating garlic?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so." She goes, "Okay, I need to eat some garlic." I was like, "What?" She said, "Well, if you're going to do a kissing scene, which they were going to do later," she said, "if only one of you has garlic, it's going to get nasty. So if you're on a date," and I put this in my book actually, Food Game, my dating cookbook. And I put it in there and I said, if you're going to have a date, if you have garlic and she doesn't, or she has garlic and you don't, there's going to be an issue. So make sure if one of you has garlic, you both have garlic. There, I just saved your love life. Okay, we've got some mushed garlic here. Now I'm going to show you how we cut it as well. So we've got grated, mushed, and now if we're going to cut it, you want to give it a little smash. Once you've done, you peeled it, all that stuff is ready to go. You give it a nice smash, not too hard, or it'll go all over the place. Hey, there he is, there he is, there he is. And so then I'm going to chop it up just like I would anything else. I'm just going to get right in there and give it just, there we go. I'll chop it up as fine as I can. And then I'm going to turn it around and do it again. And if you really want, so this is your fine chop. If you want to throw it in, cook with anything, it's totally fine. This isn't something you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about, I needed to julienne my garlic just right, or I have to shave it with the razor blade. It's so thin that it melts in the pan. You don't have to worry about that. But if you do want to do really mush it up, like if you're doing a Caesar salad dressing, which I'm doing a show on, by the way, you would get it to this level here, and you can turn your blade and start kind of mushing it down. And you can do that pretty quickly once you get the feel for it. And it really gets it mushy like this thing did. But if you have this thing, just do that. But I like to work on my chopping anyway, and just keep it going. You chop the hell out of it. There you go. Now we have chopped it. All right. Now we've gone through some preparations, and I want to show you a couple of cool things. One is we have garlic confit. Now, what is confit? C-O-N-F-I-T, and it's pronounced confit. You don't have to have the laugh. And it is slow cooking food for preservation in an oil. It could be beef fat, like a duck confit is the classic. There's, a duck confit. They've just taken that duck, put it in usually duck oil, duck grease, and you slow cook it. You don't boil it. You put it slow, like 200, 250 degrees for hours, 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever it is. And it preserves it. And then when you put it in the fridge, or you cover it up, you make sure that the oil coats everything. So it inhibits bacteria. So it's been used as a preservation method, and it's also a gourmet method. So what I have done over here, I'm going to show you, is I have taken a lot of garlic like we did the first time. So lots of it's in half because I kept trying that testing, showing you what happened the first time. That's exactly what happened, so I had to peel each one of those. And I covered it in olive oil, and I cooked it on low and slow for, I don't even know, hours. And then you can put it in the fridge, and it'll keep for a very long time. And you can take some of it out and utilize it for whatever you need. I'm going to show you a cool little trick. Lemon. I made this the other day. This is one of the cool things with garlic confit. You can also do it in butter, by the way. You can do garlic confit in butter. You could do it in goose fat. I have some goose fat. I need to do something with that, so I'm going to work on that. anything you want, any medium, as long as it's an oil medium. And you would keep it low and slow, and this is ready to go. I actually had it in the fridge, and then I took it out and put it back and melted it down a little bit. So you can utilize this for anything you want. I mean, just you can serve it as is and toss it with pasta. I have this thing I like to do. I have a lemon, and I will cut that lemon in half. I'm going to squeeze half a lemon in this right here. I am turning this into a sauce, kind of. It is just super flavorful. I'll throw in a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I freshly ground that pepper just a few minutes ago, so it's all good. A little bit of salt, a little pepper, a little bit more salt. And so now we have this deep, rich garlic taste. A nice cut from the citrusy lemon, a little salt, a little pepper. And you can just, from this point on, you could just take a potato masher and just mash it down. But what I like to do, as you guys know by now, I love my baby boat mortar right here. I love it because you could use other things. There's actually a like a cup thing that you put in here and use it as a chopper, almost basically a food processor. But I just do it this way. So we're gonna put it in here, and we're gonna hit it. Woo, careful. It'll thicken up in a second. I probably should have used a deeper pot, but this is good. You don't have to do a lot. You can leave nice and chunky, or you can get it thin. I'm agnostic on either way. But once you get it mixed up, I use this as a dipping sauce for bread, for toast. I had some filet mignon with my beautiful wife, and we dipped it in this, and she's like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Well, next to your beautiful husband. Yeah, it is. All right. Keep it going. Keep it going. You know, you can even use this as a cream sauce if you wanted. You could throw in some cream, some heavy cream in there. You could take a little bit of this, put it behind each ear. Slather it all over your body, and you're safe from vampires. You don't have to worry about it. Nobody's going to come up to you and say, I have crossed oceans of time to get to you. They're not going to say that. Because you'll have garlic, and you won't have to worry about that. All right. I think I'm happy with this now. Boom. Good deal. Okay. This is why I love this. You just take this and clean it off. There we go. We got it. And I have, of course, no spoon. Luckily, I have spoons all over the place. So now look at that. Now, if I really want to keep going, I could, because it still has the oil separated from the garlic, which is actually good, because when I go to put it away, the garlic will be on the bottom and the oil will be on top. That will create a barrier that will help the garlic keep for a long time. So I can just save this, take a little bit out, and throw it in with sauteing vegetables. Use like a tablespoon, teaspoon, or anything. Ooh, I have one other thing I want to show you. Also, and I've done this... I did this early on. There we go. So I chopped up a whole bunch of garlic just for this show, and I had an ice tray. I took the ice tray, I put the garlic in about halfway, and then I filled it with olive oil. And then I put that in the freezer. This stuff melts very quickly, so I'm going to put that right back. But now I have this garlic. All I got to do, open up the freezer, throw that in. Throw it in a soup, throw it in and stir-fry vegetables in it. You've got your garlic and your oil ready to go. You don't even have to chop all this and spend all this time doing all this stuff every time. That saves you time. It's very, very easy. All right, so now we've shown you garlic confit. I'm just going to try a little bit of this one. You know what? That is wonderful. I would add a little more lemon. And a little more salt, actually. When you cook garlic like this, raw garlic has that pungent, we all know that. And it's very, very healthy, very, very tasty. But it will clear a room. When you cook it down like this, it becomes sweeter. So you get something that you can utilize. Like seriously, you could just take this and throw it in a little pasta, maybe a little fresh basil, chop up some fresh tomatoes and throw them on there. My goodness, so much you can do with that. But that is a garlic beast right here, okay? One other thing I want to end with, I'm going to show you a tip I'll just show you. I did this earlier. All I did, and I know I don't like cooking in foil, but it's the only thing I have right now. I don't have a crock. There's a little terracotta crock that is used just for garlic. So if you can find one, it's great. Get a couple of those. It's just used for cooking garlic. And you want to roast that garlic. And all you do is you cut the top off. Again, see? Cut the top off. Add a little olive oil on top, a little salt, a little pepper. You could add a little lemon juice if you wanted to, or maybe some seasoning if you want. And you pop it in the oven at about, I don't know, 300, 350 or so, and just leave it in there for a while. And it will become mushy. And then you can use this in all different ways. And let me show you. So with it's mushy like this, I will usually just come on the side and give it a squeeze and watch all that goodness pop out. See how it's squeezing out? Oh my goodness, look at all that. Oh. So that, there we go. So these do not have the stinky garlic potent stuff. There we go. Get it all out of there. There we go. What we have here is sweeter, and you could use this much in the same way I've used everything else, but this is great. You can just use it as a smear on toast. Because look at this. It will just squish right out. So it basically just becomes a paste. And there you have it. You could utilize this in dressings. Like I say, put it on a toast. Like you want some serious garlic butter toast. Take some of this and just give it a nice little smear on there. Man, it's so good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been quite a garlic extravaganza. You are safe from vampires in this kitchen. So very, very cool. Again, if you have any ideas, any cool things that you want to do with garlic, that you like to do with garlic, or any tips, tricks, tools, techniques that will help us utilize our garlic easier, please put it down in the comment section. Let's have a discussion about it. I want to know how you use your garlic. Be sure and like and subscribe and tell all your friends about Chow Time and let me know what's going on. Let me know what you're cooking. All right. Thanks so much. Let's eat. See you next time.